So we have defeat front and center. There's been a huge change. Maybe you're walking away from people at this time. You're filtering out the good from the bad. And that also involves people. People can have a huge effect on your well-being. A lot of times when you find somebody alone, there's two different outcomes of a reaction that people have at looking at someone that's not around other people. One is a negative, which is, oh, poor them. They're so alone. They must be lonely. They must be lonely. Poor them, right? The other outlook is, wow, they really enjoy their solitude. They look happy. They look refreshed. They look like they have space. Everything that happens in life is truly just a reflection of how we feel about it. It's not our circumstances, it's how we feel about the circumstances. So at this time, you can either feel defeat, you could feel like you need to surrender to the change. Either way, it's still changing for you. There's a change that's happening. You can dig your feet in and be like, I don't want to do this. I don't like this. This change is still going to happen. Or you could be like, this is uncomfortable, but I'm excited about what happens on the other side of this change. The change is still going to happen. So it really just turns into your interpretation of what life is doing for you. Yes, exactly. The Queen of Wands and Justice coming out. You will have your justice, okay? If you remain strong during times of change, especially if you feel like you are singled out at this time, there's just a lot of negativity around you, right? You could feel like the world is beating you up. You feel like you're being bullied by a lot of people. There is justice to be had here for you. If you remain in this Queen of Wands energy, vibrant, strong, energetic, vivacious, courageous, passionate, funny, optimistic, confident, right? Independent. So if you stand up to the bullying and the intimidation of negative people and you just say, adios, goodbye, I don't need this. This is not necessary for my life. Look at this, conflict. And then we have the Page of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles coming in. I think from this small read that you definitely went through some sort of conflict and you had to let go of a group of people. There's been a group of people that kind of ganged up on you. And it's difficult because we are community-based human beings. We need to be in a community. It's just how we're wired. Back in the days of other times, let's say, if you were expelled from your community, it meant death because you need to rely on everyone in order to survive. Now we could be a little bit more independent in our lives because of our situation. You know, it gives us the ability to be independent without having to rely on so many people. But really, when it comes down to it, is that there's someone here that's looking at you and watching you, and they want to give you some sort of opportunity to kind of vibe with them. I don't know why I had to say that. But someone's dreaming about some sort of connection here. So while you're going through all this upheaval, right, there's upheaval, but there's someone else here that's looking at you in a very idealistic way. There's justice coming through, right? If you remain yourself and you remain vibrant and you don't let other people just beat you down with negativity, you just stay the course and you just stay flippant about it. You're just like, those are bad people, negative people. they tried to take me down, but it didn't work. Don't take it so personally. Let it roll off your back, because someone wants to come in and give you an opportunity. They're dreaming about something. They might be a crush, an admirer. There's a little bit of a childlike air to them with the Page of Cups. It's a small gesture, but it's a gesture in the right direction of justice, and they want to help you. You see what happens? Like when you feel like you're alone and you're say you're fighting a battle by yourself, you don't have the foresight to usually see what's in front of you. If you're stuck in the moment of war, let's say, if you're in a war, you can't just sit down and ponder on how this war is going to turn out. You're in the moment. You have to stay in the moment, and you have to fight all these negative forces that are coming at you. You don't get rest to contemplate things. But someone is looking at you while you're in this state of fighting off a bunch of flies, let's say, right? Trying to get at you, nitpick at you. Someone's actually admiring you for having the backbone to stand up by yourself and take the reins. So then, as they're watching you do this on your own without any support, they want to come in and support you. It's karma. You stay in a good state, you get good karma back. Look at this. Look at this. Resilience, rest, and making a break for it. Yeah. Resilience, exactly. It's just like these people have been beating you up, right? And they're just like going for it. It's like beating you down to a pulp, right? In this ongoing battle, you're starting to feel weary sometimes. You're just like, why am I doing this alone? Why is this happening? If you get into that stage of why is this happening to me, you become a victim. Remember to stay into this energy, this Queen of Wands energy of being strong, resilient. But you're feeling war-torn, right? This conflict has been happening for a while. And you're starting to feel like, how much longer can I take fighting? You know, like there are reasons why when you deploy people to war, there's only a time limit of how long they can be within the war at a certain time. 6 months at a time, you have to come home and rest, because people know that any human being will break down after a while. It doesn't matter how ferocious you are, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, you're still a human being and you're gonna get tired. But you have resilience, from this. There's just been a lot of fighting and conflict and feeling like you're being defeated, or they want to defeat you. But rest assured, recoup, get your rest, okay? Because every day is a different battle, and you have to treat yourself like you are in a battle at this time. In order to do that, you have to remind yourself to not let negative emotions flood into you. Anxiety, depression, stress, anger, all the negative things. If you let that seep into your brain and fester, you're just going to go downhill. And that's what they want you to do. So at this time, you have to rest. But again, there's been so much trickery and deceit and lies and cheating and theft, right? There's a lot of underhanded people around you. So at this time, again, there's so much conflict and fighting and lying and all these spying. There might be people, haters spying on you, right? Masquerading as a friend. You have to learn how to just kind of turn your back, like it says, make a break for it, and leave the situations as they are. Let them fight with themselves. Give them nothing. There's a strategy when you have to deal with narcissistic people with real narcissistic personality disorder, and you cannot leave. Say it's a family member, and you cannot leave the situation at this time. You're a child, right? You can't move out. You don't have enough money to, or whatever it is, right? There's a strategy to dealing with such narcissists that want to just suck the living life out of you. They want to take you down. They want to break you down. They want to make sure that you are nothing but a crumb of a human being because it makes themselves feel better. They're true monsters inside. But there's a thing called gray rocking, and it's being boring on purpose around these people, giving them nothing, giving them no information about you, because the more information that you give narcissistic people, the more they hold it against you. Do not share your feelings, your heart strings with them. Don't share your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Don't share what makes you happy with them, unfortunately. You cannot. As soon as you do, they will twist it and turn it and use it against you. So the gray rock is like being as boring as a gray rock. If you have to be in the same room with them and you have to have a conversation with them and they go, "What's new?" And you're just going to be like, "Nothing." "How's everything at work?" "Great." "How's your boyfriend?" "He's fine." You see what I'm saying? Like, there's not much to get out of that. If you open up your heart to the wrong person and you go, "Oh, well, so-and-so, we're having a bad day, and this and that, and this and that," they will use every little piece of information that you give them, and they will turn it on you. And they'll make you feel like it is your fault on top of it. So do not open your heart to the wrong people. This is what bothers me when people, get heartbroken over trust issues, right? Trickery, cheating, deceit. You tell someone a secret that doesn't deserve to hear your secret, or doesn't have enough respect for you to keep your secret. That person's going to spread that all over the place. They're going to use it against you. They're going to basically embarrass you. But here we go. This Page of Cups is recognizing your resilience. There's the Sun and the Six of Wands now. So someone's choosing you. They're recognizing your strength. They're recognizing that you stand strong by yourself. Yes, we need people around us. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. This is ongoing change. Yes, we need people around us, but we need the right people around us. And if you are in the unfortunate situation of being stuck with negative people, I'm not just being like, "Oh, my mom's annoying here and there." No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about seriously negative people that are energy vampires, people that are out to get you, people that want to see you fail, right? Those type of people. If you stand strong against those, against the tide of hatred that comes at you, someone is watching you do this in secrecy. They haven't really spoken anything yet, but it's a crush, it's an admirer, and they're recognizing you for your stamina. But lo and behold, they like what they see, and they think that you are it. Like, you are the thing that they've been looking for, the sun. You might be the sun in a room of darkness. And even if you are the only person that is showing the light to a bunch of cockroaches around you that just want to eat at you and take you down and demolish you, you still remain bright like the sun. You cannot kill the sun. You'll get burned by the sun, actually. You can remain strong with very strong boundaries and still remain kind. And when multiple people try to come at you and try to chip away at your self-confidence, chip away at your happiness, and you remain steadfast in your approach, you get your rest, you do the things that are making you vibe the right way, right? Like, you're taking care of your health, you're taking care of your mental health, you're taking care of who you spend time with. Someone's admiring that because it takes a lot of strength. 1441 on the clock. It takes a lot of strength to stand up against a crowd, especially when there's no one else behind you at this time. You just have to remember that even if you are alone at this time and you are standing up against a bunch of people facing you, remind yourself that this is not always going to be the case. It's just a temporary fixture in your life. You're going through a lot of changes and a lot of conflict, but you have the resilience. You're almost there. You know, you just have to do a few more laps around the track in order to get to this new era in your life. And getting away from the negative people, the toxicity of people, super important. You can't always run away from toxic people because they're everywhere, unfortunately. But at the same time, you choose who you spend your time with, because lo and behold, your health is directly affected by the toxic people around you. And also by how you treat yourself inside in your mind. So remind yourself to take rest, stay kind to yourself, don't let negative emotions flood you. And there's going to be a recognition of your great strides towards getting a better life. And a lot of people are too scared to go out and do it because it takes a lot of strength. It takes some isolation at sometimes, and a lot of people don't like to be alone with themselves, which is a whole nother topic. But if you can remind yourself that solitude is a gift, and when you have time alone with your own thoughts in peace and quiet, it is truly a gift for you. So people are scared of change and they don't want to go through all the icky feelings, and that's why people don't change. But if you have enough strength and courage to change because you know you have to, because you know you want to, that's when you're going to get it. But it takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to go through all the icky feelings. You have to be aware that it won't last forever. So remind yourself to stay strong, look forward, get some rest at this time, because there's someone lurking around you here that's going to recognize your strength. And that's exactly the person that they want in their lives, is you.